Right. Okay, record button's on. So I'm just experimenting here with some of the indicators Bernd shared with us. I hope I pronounced his name correctly.
Oh yeah.
Um, and working with the settings. I'm more interested in this fast setting here, looking for, as I was saying, wider divergences, that sort of thing. And also using this arrowhead, I'll call it, as a clue for an entry. So, we would get the break above the 30 and then start looking for a pullback up here as long as this is green.
Okay, you're using the 30 for the hull.
Um, my hull is a 13. I'm just experimenting because you know what it is? I'll do a 13, then an 11, then a 9, then an 8, then a 5
Yeah.
until I find one that matches correctly.
Okay.
So these are all written in the sand at the moment. And I don't have a long-term moving average on here either. You know what I mean? To keep me out of all these long trades. You see, this is long, long, long. So I would need a longer term thing to keep me out of this and only take these guys up here. So I'll experiment with it and add my own tweaks over the weekend. See what I
Okay.
come up with. But it did look interesting. Um, Now, what I want to do here. Any questions or anything? I know Fridays are usually kind of more of a looser format, and there are a couple of things that played out yesterday too. Let me just see something here. Pound dollar. Well, yeah, this I'm expecting about an 80 pip move out of this breakout here. So this could give us a decent push down if this triangle plays out the way it should on this, what is this, pound dollar. So let me go down to a 5. Oh, beautiful. So at the close of this candle on the 5, I know we've never done diamond patterns or whatever, but maybe it's unfair that I should do it now, but it's worth a shot here. News is over, but this is a hell of a 5 minute candle. Hmm.
I hear Michael on the phone in the background.
Yeah, I do too. Well, just give him his privacy.
Not very loud. Not very loud.
That happens. Now, I have a call into my other broker because I'm trying to get a particular instrument uh, into my platform, and I'm not sure how to do it. So, um, but they almost never call when they say they're going to call, so I think we'll be okay.
We have dollar news at 9:15 and 10, so people could just be putting in positions before.
Oh, okay, I can see that. So I'm just waiting for this 1 minute, this 5 minute candle to finish, and then I want to take a short position here. There we go, and new order, and I'm going to make this one lot. Um, Now, my reason for making this one lot is that normally you'll get that 3 to 5 candles, and this is the first of the 3 to 5. Did you follow me? So I have I'm confident, not a guarantee, but confident that we'll break this double bottom here. And I'm looking for this to continue to go south. But as Phil said, we do have some 9:15 news, so that may slow things up a bit. Mr. Burnt is here. Let me throw in a stop loss here. I'll go right up above here, plus the spread is what, 3? So what am I, 14 and 3, do a 17 pip stop. Okay, and I'm going to come down here and do a 20 pip take profit. Keep a quick trigger finger. Good morning, Bert. How are you? Am I pronouncing your name correctly? might be getting his mic together or whatever. So this double bottom here is what we need to break through. I like this entry. We're below our 55. We just made a nice turn. We're below the 5-5 cross. All that good stuff. And the pound is definitely weaker than the dollar at the moment by more than 2. So we'll see. We'll run down the rest of these for a few minutes. Pound Aussie is looks like it's bouncing off of this. This is a 5-minute chart. Okay. Pound yen. That's a bounce there too. Nothing going on there. Euro yen. Okay. For your euro yen to go long right now, I want to see a little bit of a pullback right about into this shelf. Pull back into this general area, and then maybe a push up. But I would need to see the rest of it line up. And this is a bounce in here too. We've got consecutive higher lows, so this may decide to go longer also. And we've got some room left here in our daily range. Euro CAD. That's a bounce. Euro Aussie. That's kind of late. New Zealand. Same thing here. This has had its breakout, and this looks like the pullback and test. I just don't have a fresh 5-5 to take it anywhere. But on an 1889, this would be a decent entry. CAD yen. That's 3 big candles there. Dollar yen. Got a possible double top up here, and we got a range here also, looks like, right to there. Yeah, bounce, 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 maybe another tag down to the bottom. Oh, I see this pound dollar's not looking so good here. Were they listening to me or what? Okay, that's
a big candle come out of nowhere.
I know. Well, I mean that's trading. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
But that is, yeah.
Where did that come from?
Oh, look at that! It literally leapt up and got me.
Sheesh.
But let's see if it's a pound-based move.
Don't think there was any news.
No.
I think it's dollar based.
Yeah, maybe it is. Because I don't see, and none of the other pound pairs are actually doing anything dramatic.
Did euro dollar move big just now on one candle? Or
Let's
not?
take a look. Yeah, euro dollar
Yeah?
did too. So maybe it's
Where
a
did
dollar
that come
move.
from? Is there some news?
I don't know.
Quarter
It's not-
to 2. It's a funny time for news.
It's not the first time that this has happened. When we've been doing this, we had I don't remember what pair it was. We had another pair that just instantly in one candle went back the other way. Let's go back to pound dollar though. I just want to see if that short will still be in play after this bounce here. That is odd. Now, this is not a prime number down here. 1540. We're not near 1550. So yeah, that is odd. That is just an unusual candle. It's the largest candle in like the last what?
The only news out was CAD news, Lou, at 1:30. 8:30, I mean, sorry.
Okay. Well, this is the largest candle in 115. So
Yeah, exactly. It's huge.
that's something. Well, even more than 115. Yeah, this would be its equivalent here. Let me squeeze this in a bit. This would be its equivalent. So that's the largest in the last 187 candles. All right, well, you can't, that's trading. You can't predict. No one knows where the next tick is going to go. But as I said, I like the entry for for my rules. And we'll come back and give it another shot again. Where were we? We don't need this. Let's start at the top again with pound Aussie. Let me go out to the 1 hour. 1 hour, we've got a high in here. And we just tagged it right there and pull back. We do have our W formation, so this needs to really crack this high to keep this going up. Let's look at pound yen on the 1 hour. And we're in a channel there. And I'll take it from down here. That's our 1 hour channel. Euro yen. Looks like it's trying to make a W here to go long. But our indicators are backwards here right now. MACD is below 0 and this is turning up. If MACD were above 0 on this, this would be a good play. Euro dollar. A similar situation with euro. Euro CAD. They all look like they want to turn. But there's an enormous amount of room left in the daily ranges, so yeah, everything's got room.
Yeah, it's not been exactly that active this morning, I've got to say.
Yeah, I see that. This looks pretty good for Euro Aussie. I'll come back to that. This looks good. I just need to see. Again, I'm going to stick with this, for today with the arrows. I see other stuff. Dollar yen. Oh boy, this is nice. We've got this nice price trap here, right in this range. That should give us at least 50 or 60 pips once it makes up its mind what it wants to do.
There's a nice little cone there, isn't there, as well?
Yeah. Well, you said a cone.
Cone, yeah. Like a wedge. Looks like a foghorn.
I'm going to give you. Can I give you control, Michael?
I don't know. I'm stuck with this web thing, whatever that means.
Oh yeah. No, I can't.
Just drawing trend lines across the top and bottom. That's what I meant.
Oh, like a bull flag. That's kind of what you meant, right?
Like a pennant, yeah. In other words, yeah, it'll be more like a pennant, won't it? No, and then one up the other way.
Okay, so you're saying more like a wedge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, more like a pennant. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
But this is ready to pop. So we may catch something a bit later on. And what was that? Dollar yen. Okay. Let's look here at Aussie dollar. See what we have there.
Pair, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which that was our one signal last night. Over the weekend, I'm going to dig up that EA, and maybe we can have Tony make a modification on it. Because I've got a bunch of settings in it, but for what we want to do, I just wanted to have from arrow to arrow. Or I'll give you the premise. It will go long at this arrow, it will exit at this arrow, and then go short. And then exit at this arrow, and then go long, and then exit at this arrow. So to give you an example, if we went short here, we had a potential for 60 pips, but if we exit on the next arrow, we actually lose 2 point something or 3 pips. You see that?
Yeah.
By going long here. And then if we go long here, we exit here, we lose 10 pips.
Yeah.
But then we catch this one, and that's 60 pips, and we're still in it.
Yeah.
So one of the modifications that I wanted to put in was on, and this is where it gets a bit tricky. It would be once I enter here, I want 50 pips or the flip, whichever comes first.
Yeah.
The only problem is I may exit here and leave all of this on the table. You got me? So that's what you give up.
Yeah.
But by trading it on a higher time frame, and this is a decent number, the 5 on a higher time frame.
The
Yes, yes,
daily's really good, Lou.
yeah.
Arrow to arrow.
Oh, daily's good also. Okay.
Oh, sheesh, yeah.
All right. So then we have the we're short here, but then we are long here. We lose 20. Now we're long here, and then we're short here. We lose 5, so we lost 25. But once we get this, we get all of our 25 back plus tons of gravy because we don't exit until right here.
Yep.
All right. Let's take a look at the daily. And yeah, the daily looks really good.
Especially if you check, because your settings are quite tight, aren't they, Lou? Your
Yes, they
B-band
are.
settings. If you take it like to a 20 and with a 2 deviation, or a 20 and a 3 deviation, something like that, then the pips are absolutely massive.
20 with a deviation 2.
Yeah, well, 2's better than 3. 3's a bit too wide. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Now look.
Oh yeah. You get this one.
Yeah, you get this one. Yeah, how many pips have you got there running still?
Yeah, an enormous amount. Let me see.
You're gonna get some like 40, 50 pip losses, but I think I can't remember which pair it was. I think I saw one there. There was an 800 pip winner.
Yeah, you know what I don't see is why we don't have an arrow, a long arrow here, but I have to put the B bands up to see it. Because if we went long here, we've got like what appears to be an unlimited stop. So I have to check something here just to see why that occurs. You see, there should be another arrow in here somewhere. Let me check the deviation setting again. B-band stop. And let's go deviation 3.
Even wider, yeah.
Yeah, well, what it does is it moves this arrow farther out.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's go back to deviation. Yeah, go ahead.
What I noticed on the arrows, if you go too far back in history, the arrows get all wonky. They're not lining up correctly.
Oh yeah, I believe that. Yeah, they get scattered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. But they don't repaint, which is the one thing I'm happy about.
Right.
Yeah, that 20 looks good. So I may have to experiment with this for a daily chart and see what number comes out best. Let's go to a 13 for a daily. I didn't do something right. Oh yes, no, it just went very quickly.
Another comment about the B bands.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it possible to make it so that if you enlarge the arrows, they don't revert back immediately?
What do you mean they don't revert back?
You can do it in you can do it in the code. I know what Daryl means. If you change the colours or the sizes, then it just reverts back to the original all the time. You'd need to modify it in the code itself.
Oh, so it makes so you want to make a larger arrow?
Yeah, and you can, but it doesn't hold as soon as the next tick happens or something.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I got you. So let's see here where this arrow lines up on this candle. So we're short here and we're out here. So this is a 170 pip loss, but we got it all back right there on that next trade.
Okay, consider this.
Mm-hmm.
Can you add a second B bands?
Oh, well, that's what the original EA did, as a matter of fact, but it got a bit wonky. Rob built it for me, and I'll show you what we did. Let me close this. There's nothing happening here. I'm not getting any pop-ups. So, what the original one did, I think I showed you this the other day. We put a second B band on, and I'll make this a 200 just for display's sake. and I'll leave all the things on. Yeah, so as long as this was, as long as the long term was red, we were taking all the short arrows.
Yeah.
All right. There's no reason to take a long trade. The only issue there would have been your stop, and this is where that 55 came in. If we wanted to do it that way, our stop always went to the 55. So if my entry was here, my stop was at the 55. A little larger than I liked, but it kept me safely in all of these. So here, my stop would have been at the 55, which is a 100 pip stop, which
Look
would
how many
have.
points you made.
Well, yeah. Well, again, this is where you give me X number of pips or get out. So I would have made 100 pips, 150 pips, let's call it, before I got to my 100 pip stop. You see that?
Yeah, but
And
look how many
then,
pips you've made since the
oh,
200
sure.
one. I gave you the.
Well, and it had two features. It would be once the long term flip, we take a trade immediately on the long term, and then we follow down and take all these little ones also. You follow me? So we're in one trade from here all the way until it flips back over, and then we're scalping these down, along the way. So that's the one.
That's on a daily chart, Lou. That isn't it? Yeah. You might.
Oh yeah. We were doing it more on a 15 and 1 hour.
Yeah, I was going to say on a 15-minute chart, you'd be a bit better, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just look for this because I might have it on this computer actually. I've been transferring files back and forward, and this should be in a folder called Lubots, I think. Dashboard tools. Let's see, maybe it's in here. But I hate to not be speaking. Oh, breakthrough, trendline break. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, this is my my trend line thing. You draw a trend line and then you name the trend line. I'll show you what I mean. You draw a trend line, then you double click, go to properties, and then here you name it buy or sell. And then when you click OK, as soon as price crosses this trend line, it will trigger a buy or a sell trade.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah. Maybe someone can experiment with it later in the day. I'm going to go to the what do you call it, Pip Factory room and drop it in there. Where is the Pip Factory room? Step by step. Okay. And someone can tell me if it's actually working. All right. This is good that we can all do this stuff together.
Yeah. And let's see, this is Breakthrough version 3. I think I already had that one. Let's see.
Boy, it's got all my okay, I don't know how old this is, but here are here's the email between me and Rob. I don't think he'd mind sharing it, but if you want to touch base with him on it, touch base via Skype because his email's in there, and I don't know, I may not have permission to share his email. I don't think he'd mind with anybody in here. Oh, add him to the Pip Factory room. Shoot, let me go back there. I forgot how to do that. Pip Factory. Edit. I don't want to edit. I want to add someone. Okay. And Bern, your Skype ID is BERND. There it is.
Hello.
I think you're there, Bern.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you added me. Fine, thank you.
Okay. If you look at, go ahead, Dal.
Yeah, I just added version 3.4, so that's a little bit newer.
You just added.
Well, you loaded Breakthrough 3.0. I have 3.4.
Oh, and I probably have 3.4 someplace else too, because we kept
Okay,
tweaking it.
well,
But let me download that one though for myself, and that would go in desktop. Okay, I got to make sure I put it in the right place. Um, just give me a minute. I hate having the quiet time like that, but and it would go in Rob's folder. I built a lot of really decent, simple stuff with Rob, and the news thing still works. The basic breakout thing still works. I've been very, very happy with it. I just haven't built a super complicated one where it takes like 9,000 things into account because those things tend to not be profitable over the long run. And I'd rather, take my lumps, as they say, have a few losses, but never miss a big winner. All right. So you got the premise. I'm just explaining it. And when you read the Word doc, you'll see. And I may have to touch base, even if I can't touch base with Rob. Rob is kind of on hiatus from trading for a while. Maybe Tony can make whatever adjustments need to be made to it. All right. And you guys let me know how it if it works or whatever. We could try it today, as a matter of fact. I just need to file, open data folder. Yeah, we'll throw it on something today. Experts. And I'll take the new one. I'll take them both. This way I'll know which one, what's doing what. Copy. And you can see you can also set it for wedges. And please don't sell it.
I just added. I had a conversation with Rob on Skype a while back, and so this was a copy of the conversation.
Oh,
It'll
okay,
help
cool.
explain some of the details, and I think I have a video of it too.
Oh, that'd be cool too.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
All right, here we go. This is from May of last year video.
File in use. Open and read only one copy. What the hell does that mean?
What'd you break now, Luke?
I don't know. If unlimited trades, oh, I see. You were trying to get more trades in or something? Yeah, okay. What's happened, I've had guys, when I would try to work with other programmers, and everyone wants to add their own magic to something, and I get that. We all want to have that sense of a sense of being able to help create. But sometimes it gets so far out of whack, and Rob was the only guy that really had his head screwed on right, that would kind of stick with, the original plan and get one piece to work right, then add the other piece, you know? So, breakthrough, Rob, okay, cool. All right, good. Because on the longer time frames, I used to like the more traditional trend line breakouts, and by that I mean the more traditional, not necessarily the mark, but let's say if I were drawing trend lines on this and I knew I wasn't going to be at the computer, this would be the trend line. So if price came all the way back down here and broke it, because if I'm at work, I can't be here to make the adjustment. So I would draw the most natural trend line, and then if I'm on my way to work and I had to draw a trend line, I would draw this trend line. You follow me?
Yeah.
because I can't be here, so I'd have to draw the natural trend line, not the modified ones that we do, or even the DeMark trend lines. Even though this one would end up being a DeMark.
Yeah,
I knew I
that's
built a
fine
DeMark
anyway.
trend line because I remember taking this information from Rob and building one based on the DeMark. So I just have to find it. I know I built one. Yeah, so that's what I would draw. And yeah, it's a daily chart, could take a month to get down here, but I don't have to look at the chart for the rest of the month. All I have to do is just leave my computer on. You know what I'm saying? And then when I come back, if I see I need to make an adjustment, then I may have made like this adjustment to here, let's say, to these last two. You follow me? And then possibly catch that. And that was 200 pips.
Yeah.
So, and again, a lot of this I did. I used to have just a whole bunch of long-term trading stuff, um, just because of the whole construction thing, and not construction, but my hours that I worked. That's I'm not angry at the construction business. I chose to get into it, because of benefits and the family and all that, and that was all I knew. I didn't go to college, and that whole thing. I had some post high school studies, but this was my first time was with trading where I had a chance to be able to actually earn money based on my intelligence, not based on the fact that I look like a damn linebacker or a Secret Service guy.
Well, that's where I've been going wrong then. Intelligence. I knew I was missing something.
But we all have an enormous amount of intelligence that for one reason or another we kind of beat out of ourselves. And I'd worked with guys that had supervisory positions over me, in a number of different businesses that I knew for right in the gut bottom of my heart, I knew I was as smart as they were. But I didn't necessarily either have the opportunity or make the opportunity to put myself in their position. So I couldn't fault them for that. So when day trading came along, it was like, wow, this is something that I can do using my brain, and I have a shot at rolling with the big dogs. So that was another thing about trading that absolutely fascinated me. And I made a joke about the stuff I was studying, and you could tell I wasn't getting laid and all that. But when I looked at what were my strong points, and I mentioned this, for anyone in here, if you want to really improve your trading, look at the things you get complimented on at work. Like, what is it? Is it your ability for detail? Is it that you work that extra hour? Is it that you're a good organizer? And take that aspect of it and apply that as your key engine for trading. So with me, I was always willing to roll up my sleeves and do the grunt work, as you can kind of see. But so that's what I brought to trading. A lot of guys, like, if I'd say take 100 charts, go back and mark 100 pullbacks, you'd be shocked how many people just flat out wouldn't do it because it was work. And I see why 95% of the people, the number's actually more about 70% of the people have struggles in trading because they don't necessarily put in the work. And that's all it is, at least in my opinion. It's not raw intelligence. It's just a matter, are you willing to do the work? And secondly, are you willing to take the occasional lump? Because that absolutely will happen. Okay, so now this is the Trendline Trader EA, and I did build one that worked on DeMark trend lines, and I just have to find it. But what I want to do, let's go down to a 5-minute chart here. Oh, the one thing you have to be careful of with that, you know how I draw trend lines on stuff when I move down to the next chart or whatever? Make sure there are no trend lines on your chart.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
because if you're just swapping out one pair for another via the navigator, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Yes, just make sure that there are no trend lines on the chart you want to trade on. And everything I had a magic number in it, so that should have a magic number. And what I mean by that is, let's say I wanted to put, like right now, I'm going to put a trend line on this M5. All right, right there. I'm going to put that trend line. But let's go to the 1 hour. And, well, I don't really have one on the 1 hour, but I'll draw this one on the 1 hour. Let's say I want to take advantage of this 1 hour trend line also.
Yeah.
Okay, I can open a 5-minute chart and a 1 hour chart, but with the magic number, it keeps the EA separate. You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, everyone else understand that? You have to have the magic number. If you keep the magic number the same, it's going to totally confuse it. So the magic number makes this 1 hour chart look like a completely different entity from the 5-minute. So let's go back here. Oh, I have to put would help if I put the EA in the damn thing. I don't know if I did or not. Let's refresh so we can work with this today. Yeah, breakthrough. Okay. But the 3.4, oh, the 3.4 is only the what do you call it? The EX4 file. But that's okay. So let's what pair is this? I want to pick a pair that looks like it's too late. It's already at the trend line now. Let me get rid of this. I'll find another pair. I want a pair where we need to wait like 3 or 4 minutes for it to come through. You know what I mean? Maybe go down to 1 minute.
Incidentally, the video that he made in this was after 1.1, so there may be a few updates that aren't in there.
Okay. Oh no, I want to go look. I want to look for
testing the trend line, Lou. It doesn't matter whether whether your trend line's exact or not. You're only testing whether or not it's gonna hit it, aren't you?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's just the.
You don't need to draw a proper trend line. You just need to draw one that's pretty close to it. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's that's the damn perfection.
Just a few pips off.
Let's put the 3.0 common, allow live trading, allow DLL inputs, and lots. 0.1 take profit 2020. Trailing stop is false. One cancels, the other is false. Unlimited trades. Oh, I know what unlimited trades is. Okay. Closed candle is true. That's what I want. Use pending threshold is true. Don't remember that. Buy sell colors, money management, other stuff, slippage, And we put all the goodies in here. Okay. Now I have to turn auto trading on. And why don't I have a smiley face? Maybe I need to name this.
Do you have to go with offline charts then, Lou, or not?
No. This should be sell. Yeah, change color.
Yeah.
But why is this not on? Auto trading is on. Let's go back here. Expert advisors, properties. I hope this is not one of those things where it's it needs allow live trading. I thought I clicked it. I might have went too fast. There we go. Okay, so this should be named sell. Yep. And let's see if it takes a trade at the close of this candle. Wow, prices are moving. I see all these B-band alarms going off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lou, don't forget there's something you wanted to ask Bernd while you've got him in the room as well, wasn't there?
Oh yeah. I don't know if he has his mic on though. I addressed him earlier.
He did speak, yeah.
Oh yeah. There we go. Took a trade. Beautiful.
Well,
close.
Stop loss, take profit are in on the close of the candle. It's a 1 minute chart. And it should be a 20 pip take profit. There we are in the 20 pip stop. And thanks to the So this is something that we can all take advantage of. Bert may find it helpful also. And I don't know if it has the alert function in it, but you don't need it because it takes the trade, you know.
Mm.
But let me just take a look. Indicator list. Don't sell it, guys, please. Or share it with people outside the room. It's not like there's a bunch of these online, but this is clean and simple, and almost every other one I've seen has been a absolute settings nightmare. So many settings in it, and it's got all the goodies. It's got the trailing stop, live pip threshold. That's a term he and I made up, and I can't remember what exactly it is, but
Oh, if price goes X amount of pips below or
live pip.
above your
Yeah, right
trend.
here. Yeah, must cross line by X number of pips. So it's got to actually go 5 pips beyond the line and all that. Unlimited trades means that if price goes back above this trend line and then comes back again through the bottom, it'll take another trade.
Yeah.
You follow me?
Yeah.
But these settings are all relatively simple. And you guys, you know how I am. The simpler the better. But you do need a number of things in here. His money management is excellent, by the way. So this is set at 1%, and right now it's turned off. But if you set this to true and you type in 1%, it will look at the amount of money you have in your account, and it will take 1% of that, and that's the lot size it'll open. So you don't have to figure all that out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I thought that was really just excellent.
Yep.
Slippage, you guys understand what slippage is, right? Um,
Yeah,
and
and now is that point or is that 3 full pips? It's probably 3 full pips,
yeah,
right?
3 full pips. All right, and it'll try it 5 times. If after the fifth time it can't get in the trade, and this is for like if there's a news event at the breakout or whatever. If you can't get in after 5, then it just cancels it. Magic seed is the magic number. You could change the last number or the first number or make up your own number or whatever. But I'm because I know when I don't need to mess with certain things, I just change the last number. Because if I wanted to make this my own number, I wouldn't remember what this number was, and then if it didn't work, it'd be like, Rob, you know what
Well,
I mean?
what
So
it might be a good thing for that is maybe start with 10 so that you each one you added, you would just you make it 11, 12,
yeah,
13.
and I have to ask him if I could just by default make. Oh, in the code you could probably make this. Yeah,
Well,
you
that's
could
just the
probably go
date,
in.
isn't it, Lou?
What's that?
That magic seed number there, that's just the date when it was done, isn't it? 18th of May 2014.
Oh, yeah.
It could be. Yeah.
Yeah, Michael's pretty smart. He reads that weird way of doing dates.
Yeah, I know. I've got some Masonic stuff that has to do with the buried treasure. I might have to let him read.
Really?
Uh, all right. So at least we know this works.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And for scalping, this is pretty cool too, because if you're scalping on a 15, you set this thing to 3 all the time. You can pick up, because most of the time when you get a trend line break, you're going to get 3 or 5 pips,
Mm-hmm.
almost blindfolded.
Yeah.
On a proper. This is not a proper trend line. I took Michael's advice and just drew a line just to make sure it worked. So we're good there. Is there anything in any of these settings that I need to better explain?
I'll just take a look at it over the weekend and let you know next week, Lou.
Okay. Use trailing stop, and then you can put the number of trail. That's for higher time frames. Live pip threshold is 0. And I think if you set it to 1, it will do X number of pips. One order cancels the other. It's just in case you get triggered into 2 trades if you have a wedge.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing too is that we do this on trend lines, but also when you have like this, you could draw a line here. Wrong tool, but you get the idea. And draw a line here, and then you could do the breakout of the channel.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing. It's more than just trend lines.
Yeah.
So yeah. And like I said, the other thing was I had to build tools that fit my life. So if I could only look at the charts from, let's say, 8 to 9 o'clock at night, I could set a bunch of stuff up and walk away. And it really, really turned out to be pretty profitable. I got more interested in being at the charts when I would see sometimes like I'd get in here and I'd be out there for the sake of safety, but I see, wow, I could have gotten all of that. And that kind of led me to looking for something like the 18, which I found. So it would be like, wow, as long as I don't cross the 18, and that gave me a better chance of getting more of this and blah, blah, blah. And plus sitting at the chart trading for me was fun.
Hmm.
All right. So, and that was version
3.4.
3.4. Okay. Now, I don't know how to do the MQ4. Is it if you how do you I got to ask Rob for the MQ4.
Can you close it? Can you close it manually if you want to, Lou, or do you have to let it take the calls once you've set it?
No, you can close it manually. It's a
Oh, okay,
regular
you can
trade.
still do it. Okay, yeah. All right.
Yeah, it's a regular trade.
Mm-hmm.
And the other nice thing, now we didn't have this feature when we made this originally, but you can always grab this and move it up, your stop loss and take profit. You know, you could always do that. We didn't have that back then. I had another tool called the Trade Sentinel. I think that would do a lot of that. And I also had a longer term trade manager that would let's say split the trade at 10 pips, move my stop to break even, then split that one at 50 pips and move the stop up again.
Mm-hmm.
And that was Trade Manager, which I think I shared a while ago.
Yes.
Okay, but that
And
had
it
a
still
million
works.
settings in it. What's that?
I said, well, as of at least about 6 months ago, it still works.
Okay, I haven't used it in a while.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like
Went
what
out
I
of,
do.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
I said the company that made it went out of business about 2-3 years ago.
Oh, yeah, it was a company with, did I give you the video with it?
Yeah.
I had a couple of versions of it. And I think I shared the one with the video because the woman did a pretty decent job on the video explaining things.
Yeah, the first 35 minutes was all about how to use it, and the last 15 was all about the selling.
Right. And you see the arrow flashing because we're above and below that B-band moving average there. I wonder what other stuff goodies do we have here. Maybe one day what I'll do is just drag like the open file box like this over, and then you guys can pick and choose what you want to look at. Because as things come up in conversation, I remember, you know, different things. This is a daily open EA. No, daily open high lows. I built an EA for the daily open that would be a monster winner, or it would sit there all day and do almost nothing. And I wanted to come back to that. And it was all based on math. So I don't know if I want to break my brain explaining it, but it was relatively simple. When at the daily open, price would go X pips down, and we would set a pending, and then if it went X pips up, we took another pending, but we martingaled whatever we might have lost on the down trade. And we did that back and forward until it took off and took the direction of the day. And
wow.
it would make phenomenal wins. And that's the other one I've been looking for. That's another one I kind of set on the back bench.
Well, was there a limit to the martingaling?
Usually it only had to go 2 or 3 times, like from the daily open.
I see.
But there was no limit on it, to be honest. But the way it would do the martingale back and forward, it wouldn't be a lot, you know, because you're only going 8-9 pips above, 8-9 pips below. But once it took off and hit the direction of the day, you were just all over it. Because by the time you build up the martingale, you start with like $1 a pip, and you may be in the direction of the day with 8/10 of like $8 a pip. going for 100 pips in your direction. So that's another one I have to find. And I'm just looking through here to see what else is. Oh, here's a book I bought about. I actually have the hardcover, but I found it online also. It's got some tips and stuff in it on how to program, how to change little things, but you really got to get into it and read it. But it does offer some stuff if you want to make some simple changes. I'll drop that in the Pip Factory also. I need to go back and read that too. Because as I said, sometimes all I needed was, just an alert or something simple, and I hated to bug people. Oh, Greenwave, I've been looking for this. This is another one I've been looking for. All right, so I know where it is now. I also have Hull Candles, which was interesting. I have almost all of Carl Dittman's shit.
You should see how much of it is on what did I see on Forex Winners? Oh my God.
Oh, I haven't been there in a while. Let me just see what's in this. How do you open it? I just want to open it.
Double click it normally.
There we go. Yeah. Yeah, all of his stuff.
Yeah.
Except for the most recent. But this is all the stuff in the one thing I learned from him is how to hide indicators, because I was thinking of doing that at one time. All right, let's go back.
You wanted to go back to Bernd's chart, didn't you, Lou?
Oh yeah. Bernd, I wanted to ask you a couple of questions. I'll close this trade because it's just an experiment. I'm not on the play account. I have to open up another broker so we can have. Wow, that took a long time. And so we owe ourselves. Looks like about 30 pips, I guess. All right, so we'll work on that next week. We'll get that back. That'll be our first mission. Good. Are you there, Bernd? I doesn't have any audio yet that I know of.
Hello. Oh, here. Hello.
How are you?
Yes, that's me. Fine. Okay.
I wanted to ask you a couple of questions about your charts.
Okay.
And I'll make you the presenter. No, I make presenter. And the recorder is on. I'm trying to set up a simple version, and Bernd's doing the transfer now. What time is it? Yeah, 9:30. This is good. I gotta go shopping. Back to domestic life at 10 o'clock. It's a nice screensaver. Is that from an airplane? I mean, yeah. Obviously, but
I've ripped it. So. Which pair? What do you want?
Oh, any pair.
Okay, it's a euro.
Okay, now I didn't have pencil and paper yesterday, and I didn't have a chance to write everything down. And I have a notebook here. I didn't get a chance to review it. I see some new goodies.
Yeah, this is the B bands you told.
Oh, I see. You changed before. It to yeah.
Yeah, I have a look here, and it's the same here with the color moving average here. Gives us the same entries here. When the color changes here.
Oh, good.
It takes a stop here up above.
What do you have the B band set for?
Oh, this is 13 and 1. 13-1.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now this moving average down here in the bottom, on top of the stocks. Yeah, the
What do
red
you
and
mean?
green, the red and green one. What is
This
that?
one,
Yeah.
the stochastics.
Okay, that's what I was missing was that setting is
Hmm.
144, 10, and 600. Simple. Okay, so 140.
This is the key and the D. Here you see.
Oh,
It's just slowing is here on the second place, and on the normal indicator it's on the third. Have to look at it here.
oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're in a different order.
Yeah.
Right.
So on yours, it has to be 144,
Yeah.
10, 6. Okay, that's good. And it's SMA?
This slow one here. You have to choose the third, second and the third. Let me see. Yeah.
Oh, I see. You did no color. I was trying to get rid of
So,
that gray line. Yeah,
so when I have this one here in gray, you see this is very, very slow here. It's working here like a near the 50 line here.
I see it. Yeah, the dash
Mm.
line. So you just
Yeah.
get rid of that
Yeah.
because it's so far out.
Yeah.
And your larger MAs are the
This is 200 SMA,
right. Oh yeah, 250.
200. Um, yeah. This is SMA, and this is the 300
Oh,
EMA.
a 300 EMA. Okay.
Yeah. And this is building a zone where I call it no trading zone, huh?
Gotcha.
Because when
No
we,
man's land.
yeah,
Yeah, when they're between the 2 and the 3.
yeah.
And then your color change is a 13.
This one in Forex is normally I've changed it here. In DEX I've used 20 and 50, and in Forex I use 13 here, EMA,
Mm-hmm.
and 36 on the blue one.
Okay.
EMA.
And then for Forex, you use 12 and 36.
Yeah.
Spartan. Yeah.
12 and 36 on the color change EMA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So which one is the 36? Because I only see
The
one
blue
of them
one.
changing color.
The blue one.
And the blue one, what you do is you take off the color change feature.
It's a normal blue and a Dodger blue here. You can see it here a bit.
Right, but you turn off the color change because I don't see that blue one changing color anywhere.
Oh, yeah, here.
It is
Oh, I
changing
see. It's
colour.
just a slight.
Having a slight difference, Lou.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, just a slight blue. I see it now.
Okay.
And it's two of those are the same. So you have one is a 13 and the other is a 36.
Right.
A 12 and
Both
36
EMA.
rather. And they're both
13.
EMA.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the second question
Yeah.
was with the slow stochastic, the red and green one. When that green one crosses the you see you have a 35 in there also. Yeah, what are your levels there? Because I see 65 and 35.
Yeah. Between 65 and 70, I have to the green crossing back. Let me see here. Market.
I knew there was a 30 in there. We were talking about that this
30
morning.
and then 70. Yes. This is so when it's here is a cross. Here's the EMA cross. I have it in DEX to save it new. So this one is 144. So okay.
Oh, you're changing these to Forex numbers.
It's not if it crosses here or here, it's not belong to me. Only what I want to see is the arrow, and then to measure this move here.
Right. Yeah, measure that move, then take 50%, and then take your entry there.
Yes,
and
right.
project it to the bottom.
And the stochastics here changes from green to red.
Mm-hmm.
So I have here initial
Walk through the measured move so the rest of the guys can understand it.
Okay, I have here 1.
Mm-hmm.
I have a red one, red, red, red. This is an inside, inside, inside. Another red, inside, red, red, and so on. So till this candle here, this is also inside. So my measured move is from here up, down to here. So that's my fib. And here are my 38 and my 50%.
All right.
This is what I want to see. Huh?
Now, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. And what's really best for, and what I wanted to see here, I have now a 5 minute, and there's a small stochastics here from let me see, 13.8 and 21. Now crosses with the faster one here up at 65 or 70 here in this zone. When I will mark it here. So and I switch down to the 1. Yesterday. So I wanted to see in the 1 minute, I want to see the slower one crossing the 70. So I can start here, here, and here. So I put this both together in the 1 and the 5.
Okay, you just sniper down to the 1.
Yeah. Right.
All right, that makes a little more sense now.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else have any questions? I've got enough now that I can play with this a little bit over the weekend. All right.
And when you hold together now your the 13 and the 34, you have here a color change, and the color change is a very good indication that you have a real retracement here. So can this one here. This too. So I want to see this 1, 2, 3 finished. 3 is here, and now we can sniper down and see the next move here down, 50% here, and here is the cross down. The stochastics. It's a conditional candle here, so that would be your entry.
Yeah, it's a nice entry too. All right, it really does make a lot of sense.
Yeah. So and then now you have to measure here. You have to your 15 pips. First take profit would be here, and at the 100 level. Can take a piece of out, and normally here spotting for 150, as you told in your fib tool. So when it retraces here to 50 to 150, normally you should get here at 168, 61. Yeah.
Okay, I will throw these up and then run a back test chart over the weekend and take a peek. Because it takes a while to pick up these little nuances with the stochastics. That will take a little time to, because everyone develops their own keen sense of how to read it.
Yeah, this switch. Normally you see here your EMMA 600 and your EMMA 144, and this is crossing. So this, when you put your 144 and the 600 here in the chart, and the oscillator is the change of the slope. So the both EMMAs walk together, and then that nothing else is this. This is price.
Yeah, that's quite good.
And as you have your trend lines here, it's a hint. I don't trade the breakthrough and wait here. That's I kind of can't do it. That's for me this trend line is an indication. But I can't trade it here.
Right. Well, you still wait for your other indicators to match up when you get your break below the 65 level.
60.
That's more what you're looking for there.
This one here, and when I got here, the cross here at the 65-70 region here.
Mm-hmm.
Normally I use it in one, so I got a cross between the fast one and the slow one. Oh, let me see here, this one here. So the green one works here up to 70, and you got this faster one. It's crossing from up to the downside.
Okay. But now on the 1 minute chart, I guess 15 pips will put you above that little double top over to the right. You see, you have the three fractals.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is four fractals.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see the DAX. And, okay.
How did the DAX do last night?
Not really good. Let's see. So. So I have the pre-open here in the gray box. This is 9. This is Citra open. The 50 works over the 200. It's no trading for me. So it ran down, crosses here. This is 1, 2. Got a fib here on it. So this one with a 61 level, but it doesn't
Never
break
follows
here
through.
No.
Well, you're in no man's land also. You're between that yellow moving average and the gray one there.
Yeah.
That's no man's land, I guess.
No, it's just it's tricky here.
But it's a wedge.
So it's Friday.
Yeah.
You see here, you told about this opening levels from the levels down and up from the first hour, from the open hour from 8 to 9. Here you see it's flipping here, flipping there, and always turns back here, and this would be
comes right back to the open again.
Yeah. Here's a nice one here. You have here a down, little retracement here, can take it, but very hard and not too much pips.
Did price ever eventually get back to the open? No, I see where current price is. No.
No, we have if here the pivot line is here. Let's see. So this is the pivot here. The very, very strong resistance here. 80, 50, and 30 are very big points here on the DAX. See here on our hour.
Ooh, that looks like it's setting up for a fall. Look at that big 1, 2, 3 you got there.
Yeah.
Can you see that? That's huge.
Very, very nice one here.
Yeah. And you failed to make a new high. Those two fractals to the right hand side.
Right. Genau here.
Yeah. So
that's nothing.
It looks like it wants to take a fall back down and finish the M.
Really, looking forward to fall here. We have here a channel. So in the 1 hour.
Mm-hmm. And your oscillators are turning over on the bottom to the downside.
So and this, the bigger one here should fall here, but on the smaller time frame, when I back to 5. This is the breakthrough, the channel here now. So I'm looking forward for S1 or S3 low here. So what a nice here 400. Let's see. Let's see what comes.
Now, I also see on the slow stochastics, as long as it stays above 65, the momentum in the trade seems to be long. You see the green line on the stochastic? As long as that's above 65, if you go back, it looks like all of the long trades on the fast stochastic should be good.
Yeah.
Is that how you interpret that?
Yeah, you have this. This is now. Let me see. This is 5 minutes. You can say it.
Yeah, as long as that
this
green
one here.
Yeah.
Is green, and this is the long in the 1 hour here.
Right.
So here I marked it here, and the 13 breaks here into green, and that is what the stochastics in the M5 is showing me.
Mm.
So here it turns to green, runs high, high, high. So here it turns red. You see this?
That's non-lag. That's the non-lag EA is what that is.
Yeah.
I know it says compass, but that's non-lag.
It's okay. So
I know the guy that wrote the dots indicator for Compass FX.
So okay.
You
so
told
and
me what it was.
This is here the 13 in the M5 turns red, runs down, and this is a move when the biggest stochastics here crossed down. So this is the 13 the 20 EMA on 1 hour, you can say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I hate it to flip through all this time frames, and so I calculated it a bit up and down.
Yeah, that makes sense. And again, you're in no man's land here at current. No man's land with your bias is short.
Yeah.
Because you're in between the yellow moving average and the gray one.
And the 300 is very, very powerful here. You have several docks here, double top here in this region. Here, nice support. Here. The 200 and the breakthrough, the 200 is not so important. But when I see the slope of the 200 is going up here, and the 300 down it here, and got here a nice 1, 2, 3 with a blue arrow, then you have really nice moves.
Right. So that seems to be something indicative with the DAX. Is that 300?
Yeah. 300, calculate it up. I think it's a 50 on 1 hour. I see, no? Yeah, here is a 50 on 1 hour. This one here runs down. Here flip. So and here is a nice support level. Change it. Let me see. Yeah. So 50 better. So this level's here. This breaks here down, and here we're up again. It's a very powerful support.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. How are you, Rich? I just saw you pop in there. He might not have his mic on, Richard. No, I was just trying to say hello to Rich. Did anyone else have any questions for Bernd? Am I pronouncing your name right, first of all?
Bernd is good, yeah.
Bernd? Okay.
Bernd, yeah. 20, so. I have to change it here.
Oh, what's that, Rich?
Can you hear me now? This is Rich.
Hey, Rich.
Hello.
While he's going through that, I just want to find out a little bit about your trading style, what you want to do, how you're trying to improve your trading or whatever. Because we all work collectively in this room to try to help each other. So if we have an idea what you're trying to accomplish, everybody can pitch in and try to help you get there.
Well, I trade. I do some scalping, and I also trade up in the hour level. I usually mostly use indicators, mechanical.
Okay.
I have quite a few indicators, and if I get them right, that seems to work.
Okay, cool. Maybe one day next week you can do a share screen, or I'll make you the presenter. You can give us an idea what you're doing.
Okay.
And and everyone will offer suggestions or ask questions, but never take anything anyone says as a criticism. That we don't do that in this room. So I wouldn't want you to take anything in that respect. When people ask you. Yeah, we see how like Bernd is sharing his system and we're just being attentive.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that's just kind of what we do, because some of it is good. Some of it I would tweak a little bit because everyone brings their own magic to it. But the basics of it seems to be pretty sound. All right. So yeah, one day next week we'll take a look at what you're doing, and we'll work with you with it, and then we'll along the way we'll go back into what we're normally doing.
Okay.
All right. Usually we trade live pretty much every day, and we got away from it the last couple of days just because of taking a look at what Bernd was doing. He's had some pretty good success, and we were playing with a couple of with an EA that I made a while ago for trading trend lines and all that. So it's good to see you. Usually 10 o'clock I have to run and get back to my normal life, and we're running up on that right now, but I wanted to make sure I personally touch base with you and just wanted to give you a welcome.
Well, thank you.
Thank you again, Bernd, for taking a few minutes out to
yeah, sure.
go over the fine points. Greatly appreciated.
Yeah, no problem.
Yep.
You helped me a lot with your stuff and the sniper entries and this reading of candles and price action. Very, very helpful.
Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah.
It's good to hear.
Mm-hmm.
It says, does anyone else have any other questions for Bernd? We've got that trend line trader. You guys can work with that, or whoever has the opportunity to play with it a little bit, and we'll bump heads over the weekend or on a Tuesday.
I had a look at the New Zealand US at 5 minutes, and let me show you what I mean. So here I have my blue arrow here.
And that's the cross of the 50 and the
yeah, right,
and the 200.
Yeah, right. So here we have a red stochastics, and here you see the stochastics nicely moving up here to the 65 level.
Mm-hmm.
And this is here. This is a fractal. This is my stop here, and it never comes back here too. And give it a nice run here.
Right. So now, go ahead.
So this one, you can choose it here and draw a fib and so on. Let me see. get here some very nice runs here up. You see this one here.
Right. Now that moves, yeah, I'm trying to understand the, you had two different entry rules there. When the green stochastic changes from red to green,
Yeah,
right?
here.
Yeah. Then what you're looking for is for the slow stochastics to be below the 35 and come back up.
The smaller stochastics. These ones are the smaller ones.
Right. You want those to go below 35 and come back up.
Yeah. Right.
Got it. And that's when the green stochastic changes. But now go back to that entry you just showed us, because that threw me a little bit because the rule was different.
On
the New Zealand,
this one.
Yeah, right in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the stochastics there had turned red a while ago. And
yes,
what you said,
yes.
Yeah, and then you said you followed the blue stochastics up to the 65.
This one. This is
right. You didn't do that on the first two entries.
This one here and here, yeah. This is a smaller one, and normally your stops should be here up on the point one here.
Yeah, that's way up
and
there.
That's to avoid this. It would be better to use the smaller. The slower stochastics here, and take the entry here.
So you're saying you wait for the. I just want to be clear. You're waiting for that slow stochastic to reach the 65 because your stop loss is too big on the initial entry.
Right. Yeah.
That's I said that rule is different than the other. And so I get that now. So you wait for the slow stochastics to catch up, and that creates a smaller stop.
Time frame is one time frame higher, huh?
Mm-hmm. And I see that. Okay. Because I'm going to tweak it a little bit and kind of make it fit my eyes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And but I want to understand the basics of how you're looking at the oscillators, and then I can
okay. So
work around it a bit.
Yeah. And then here you have you can this measure here down to here. It's 21. So and the rest is flipping the coin and take your stop here above to 100 or 200 here up and down and have to wait.
And that's 5 minute. Okay.
Normal, yeah.
Yeah, I see. You would need different settings on currencies because the DAX is a very, very different animal.
Mm-hmm,
and I found that also with the S&P because I trade the S&P when I finish this. I usually come back about 2 o'clock and start trading the S&P, and it moves quite differently than currencies. So it's you have to take a slightly different take on it.
Okay.
But that's all good. I can't complain. Okay.
Here's another one. Here you see this, huh? This is very, very nice.
And there again, you had your blue arrow, then you waited for a pullback after the blue arrow, and you prefer that blue stochastic to reach the light blue stochastic to reach the 65 level.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wait for the light blue stochastic. That's what I wanted to be clear about because that's a different entry than the other one.
Yeah, that's right. This would be the 1 minute entry. This is a very fast scalpy, and this one here is a 5 minute entry.
All right, that's cool. All right, so I'm going to call it a day. Thank you for popping in, Rich, and we'll work with you next week, and we'll try to get you caught up. I teach what I do mostly, or the foundation of it is raw price action, and I generally like to work with no indicators on the chart to just give an idea of what's going on with price action, because once you understand price action, then the indicators become more of a help because you're not blindly following them. You're looking at other things on the chart, as Brent will, is showing you, like, even though he's got all the indicators, he still looks for the price action pattern of 1, 2, 3.
Right.
So the 1, 2, 3 shows up no matter what the indicators do. So once you can recognize that, and then you throw an indicator on it, now you've got a logical confirmation. rather
Right.
than, well, someone said I should use this, someone said I should use that. We break it down so that you're using the right indicator in the right situation, and it works. And everyone's got slightly different twists and turns on everything. This is not a situation where we make one size fit everybody. That's just suicide. Um,
Can you describe how do you trade the S&P here?
yeah, give me a sec. And let me see here. I have to make myself the organizer again.
Mm-hmm.
How do I do that? Connect. Oh, make presenter. Okay. And then back here. And I'll just show you just something simple. I got to close these. This is one of those courses I took and I don't have the time for, but I keep it on anyway. A part of let's say what I do here is a combination of things. Oh, you guys see my chart?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what I have here, I'm using the Awesome Oscillator. I don't use this MACD, but on this
Hey,
platform.
Lou, I don't see anything yet.
Oh, you
Can't
don't?
see the screen, Lou.
Take it back here, or
Wait, I thought I did. Wait. Can draw. I didn't want to draw on anything. Why is it? And you don't see my screen yet, right?
Nope.
Oh, I see. I don't know why that happened, but okay.
Oh, there you are.
Now we can.
Okay, good. So I'm playing with the basic indicators here, and looking at what really moves well, particularly with the S&P, and still trying to keep it simple. Make a long story short, but here I have a 1, 2, 3. So and this is a pattern I look for. We made our low, and I'll go back for the sake of Rich to explain how we look at in this downtrend. We have a low here, and then we made another low here. You see that, Rich? That's a new low compared to that one, and now this is another new low. Now
Right.
all of a sudden we can't make a new low. You see that?
Uh-huh.
So that tells me that this pair is about to turn around, and usually this thing forms a W. It's kind of a lopsided, ugly W, and I got to
Yeah.
learn. But you see it. I'm just
The
going to
1,
draw
2,
it out.
3 is the thing there, Lou, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Well, all 1, 2, 3s are W's.
Yeah.
And usually, what happens is when you get this situation where you can't break this. Okay, when you get the situation where you don't make this new low, that's usually a clue that this pair is ready to take off. The conservative entry would be to enter right above this high right here.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you close above that high, you want to go long. That's the conservative entry. Once this becomes a fractal, and this becomes a fractal when this red candle forms. Okay, because remember, a fractal has 2 lower candles on the left and 2 lower candles on the right. Okay, and that includes the wick. So once this red candle opens, this is a fractal. Once that becomes a fractal, you can now, you have the option of taking an aggressive entry, which would be this trend line break. Okay, when this trend line gets broken right here and this candle opens on the other side of the trend line, you go long with your stop below the 3. That's the riskier entry, the aggressive entry. If you wanted to take the super aggressive and really give yourself room, you would put your stop down here at the 1. But I'm real cheap. Trust me, you'll get to know. I don't pay a whole lot for a lot of these trades, and I'm willing to take a few more. I'm willing to have a few more trades not work out. I'm less worried about that. Also, spreads don't scare me. All right. So anyway, that would be the aggressive entry would be from here to here, and your moderate stop loss would be back where the W started, right in this pocket here. And if you look at all these candles that stop flat right there. that would be your first place to take some off the trade, split the trade or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So now here we have this low. We made a higher low. We made a higher low. We made a higher low. All right. So for this piece of uptrend to continue, we need to close above this high, and then we need to make another higher low. But as you can see, this looks like it's potentially making a downside W now. You see that?
Yeah.
So the aggressive entry on this would be, now this is not a fractal yet, by the way. Let me, the aggressive entry would be a break of this trend line. Okay, but this is not a fractal. This won't become a fractal until this next candle opens. You got me?
Right.
And then that would be the aggressive short. And then your take profit on this would be down here or down here where the W started. All right, so this would be the first piece of the W. Let me draw the second one. Second piece of the W. Oh, all these charts, it's different where you got to click and move and all that. I don't want that. Let me bring this down here. All right, so you can see where we have a potential down leg getting ready to happen. All right, so what I'm doing here, but basically with the S&P, is I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. I'm following my awesome oscillator. All right, because the awesome oscillator was designed to read the waves, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but every platform seems to do it a little bit differently. So what I'm doing is just when I get this quadruple bottom here, you see you had 5 candles hit this price, but none of them closed below this price. And then my awesome oscillator turns and goes from blue to green, meaning it's going from long to from short to high, from short to long. That's my entry there. You follow me? And then I take my bits and pieces. I wait for the pullback because generally you'll get 3 to 5 candles of the same color in one direction. And when that's done, you get 2 to 3 in the pullback. And then you get 3 to 5 in one direction, 2 or 3 in a pullback. So that's essentially what I wait for, is that pullback. And now I've got the pullback here. All right. And so I'm waiting now for my awesome oscillator to go green again, which it goes green right here. It coincides with the 1, 2, 3, but again, I take this here and I go long. The other pattern that I use, and I know this may be a lot of information, but one of my favorites is our price traps. This is can I remove all drawings? Yeah. And I'll just describe that briefly. A price trap is a 3-candle pattern. You must have all 3 candles work together in order for it to be a price trap. And when you go back and look at your charts later on, Rich, you'll see these all over the place. And I like to take them in the direction of the trend. So in this case, I've got a bit of an uptrend established here. Okay.
Right.
Now, here's the price trap, is this green candle. Now, what makes this a price trap is that, wait, let me get a pointer or something, because this mouse, there it is. I just want a pointer. Arrow pointer. I can't get, okay, I don't know how to get rid of this crosshair. But you see this green candle, all right, this one. You'll notice that the next 2 candles did not close above the high of that green candle. And you'll notice that the next 2 candles did not close below the low of that green candle. This red candle did spike below the low, but look, it came all the way back inside the body of this green candle. Do you follow that?
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
All right. When a candle closes, and again, closes, and I'll say this one more time because I can be a pain in the ass about it. When a candle closes outside of that box, that's when you want to take your trade. And your profit target is usually twice the size of the box. And I should have a rectangle tool here. I should go back to MetaTrader to do this. All right, so you see that box. This should be up a little higher. You guys don't know how much money I've lost by not by getting confused about the clicks. On MetaTrader, it's one thing, and on this is something else. I'm embarrassed to tell you, but I'm honest enough to say it. So the width of this box, 2 times the width of this box, is your usual profit target. All right, it's a simple pattern that you'll see all over the place. And let me go back to a Forex chart. And let me go to a BW clean chart. All right, let's go down. What time frame do you trade, Rich?
I trade 5, 15, and 1 hour.
All right, pick one.
15.
So let's go to a 15. Now, right here, you see this candle. Look, the next 2 candles did not close above this high and did not close below this low. It's got to be those 3 candles working together. You got me?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. That's a trap. When price is in a trap, nobody's making money. And you'll notice, and this thing's not cooperating right now, but you'll notice when we close outside the trap, price takes off hard and quick. See that? And you usually get twice the box. So we'll just roughly measure the box about like that. Okay, that's 1 times the box, and this blue line will be our marker, and that's 2 times the box. So you could have made some money down to here. You follow me? And you, again, I like to do it in the direction of the trend if at all possible. Here's another one right here. You see this candle. You see the next, the next 2 candles could not close above that high, could not close below that low.
Right.
All right, let me mark that. This is a little easier. I'm more accustomed to. And now when we close above it, we should get twice the box. It's not always a guarantee, but 1 times the box would be a good place to split the trade or, you know, modify it or whatever. Okay, so this is 1. And let me see, where is that? That's right here at this high. So that's 1, and then I'll put this up here. Now here we didn't quite get twice the box. But shit, you can't get much closer than twice the box. And you can pull something off along the way. Okay, and here's another one here.
I have an indicator for this.
Oh, I do too, yeah.
Yeah.
But mine just paints a line, like a horizontal line across it. And I wanted something that would...
I've got a box, I think, Lou, if you want it.
Yeah, if you can send it.
I have to find it, but I've got it. I know I've got it in the archive.
Okay. But I'm just showing this for Rich's sake. You see here the next 2 candles, Rich?
Right.
You see the low. It did not close, and it did not close. Now this one closed, and usually you should get twice the box. I don't think you got it this time, but you see the premise. That's right. 1 time the box, right about the bottom of this, and let's go down here.
Spot on.
Yeah, almost. Yeah. But normally, if you get 1 times the box, split the trade, or you know what I mean, work with it. You follow me?
Yes.
It's a real simple pattern that shows up all over the place. Here's another one here. All right, with this black candle. Now, what happens here in this particular case? You see the black candle made a price trap. Then we had the 2 candles inside. But now we have a 3rd candle that's actually inside the white one. So now the white candle becomes your price trap. You follow me? You move it over 1 box. And again, the same premise. So on new instruments that I'm learning, this is one of my favorite patterns until I learn the nuances of that instrument, you know, like the S&P. And so I'm going here. And we should get, you know, I always shoot for 2 times the box, but 1 times the box is damn near a guarantee. And you see there, we did that without much trouble. All right. So that's one of several patterns that are very, very repeatable. If I don't know where I put those links. Phil, if you could, are you on Skype, Ron? Rich?
Yes.
What's your Skype ID? Because I'll add you to the room.
Boy, I'll have to.
All right, we'll look it up because I can send you two videos I did like a long time ago on price action that will help you better understand some of this stuff.
Hey, Lou, I'm posting it in the GoToMeeting room, so you can at least have it for now.
Okay, good. Yeah, thank you for that, Phil. Use a tissue there, whoever that was. Rich.
Okay. I guess I'm under chart reader 1.
Yep.
Well, if you look in the chat, you'll see Phil H posted a link. You know, like if you wanted to type something to the room, there should be a chat box there, someplace you could type in.
Well, that's YouTube videos, right?
Yeah, well, those are the two YouTube videos I did like a year ago about price action.
Oh, okay.
You posted just one or both of them, Phil? Or you posted both? Okay, I have to open up my box.
Yeah, posted both.
Yeah. So, Ron, do you see Rich rather? Do you see where you can type a message to the group? Just
I've
take
got
a
to be
look.
in a room to do that, right?
No. It's in the same room we're in now. Because I'm the organizer, my screen may look different than yours, but there should be some place where you can type a message to someone.
Oh, yeah. Down here under chat, I guess.
Right. If you open that up, you'll see that Phil H posted two links.
Oh, okay. Got it. Yes.
Yeah, just copy those two links, and it's two videos I made a long time ago that discuss price action in detail. And again, I'm going to preface this. This is the Uncle Lou version of price action. Some of the stuff that I'll talk about, you may have seen in books or videos that they use different names for it. And in order to make trading work for you, you need to fit things to yourself the way a tailor fits a suit. So I make up my own names that register in my brain. So you may see something called a piercing line. I call it a conditional candle. Or you may see a bullish engulfing, and I call it an exhaustion candle. You got me?
Okay, yeah.
Just so you know, I'm not like crazy. Well, maybe a little bit, but I try to make everything kind of fit my brain.
Yeah.
All right. And I actually do have a square peg in my round hole, so.
You don't want to ask him to define what that means. So.
No, and I won't go any farther than that.
Too much information.
Yeah, not while we got tape rolling. All right. Yeah, so take a look at those, and when you get on Skype, I'll add you to the room, and if you have any questions, you could post anything in the Skype room, as you know, 24/7, and one of us will get back to you with some kind of feedback.
Okay, yeah.
All right. And as I said before, it's all about all of us helping each other. There's no guru or anything here. All right. I just happen to, I'll tell you that another time why I do what I do, but it's about all of us trying to grow and expand collectively.
Right.
All right. And all of these sessions that we do, they're all recorded and they're all in a YouTube room. And I've got like a couple of hundred of them now, but I only use one room now because it got unmanageable because I didn't know how to properly set up a YouTube channel. And I ended up setting up a bunch of them, and I got confused as to which one was which. So I've narrowed it down to one room now, so that makes it simpler. And there's a lot of stuff I'm dumb at, and I'll admit it in a heartbeat. Just so you know. This is a nice little trading day here with this what do you call it? I need to move that out a little bit. That's 21. That's not bad though. This is one of Daryl's Mike's trades right here. Below that low, right, Mike?
Sorry, which one are you doing? Which one?
This one. This first black candle that went below the moving average.
Yeah.
Your order would be here.
Yeah.
But you'd put a time factor if it didn't.
Yeah, you have to have a time factor because because you've got to know that one will be superseded by the one further up, Lou.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. So your entry is that one. That's it.
Yeah. So
and then
from there,
draw your line there. As soon as that candle breaks that line, bang, you're in. Nice little trade.
Yep. So this thing gave us quite a few nice trades. Even if we just took every crossover, all of these were nice. The cross up, the cross down.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't think it quite works like that, but
Well, I'm looking at the simplest way, but I noticed one of your trades.
yeah. You can look at that chart, but you'll find plenty of others where it won't work. So
Gotcha.
it's not that easy.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, even with this, if it doesn't trigger a trade in the first 3 candles, abandon it. And then you move on to the next one, because if it doesn't work, usually that 3 candles is a pullback.
Yeah.
You get me? Because you notice here, you get 1, 2, 3. That's your pullback.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't trigger a trade in 3 candles, walk away from it.
Yeah, you can see where you just were there. There was a loser there, Lou, wasn't there?
We're right here.
No, further back over. Left.
Here?
There. Yeah.
No, that wasn't a loser. Because your rule is when you put your mark here, unless I understand it.
Are you waiting for the close, or are you just taking it a couple of pips below the Lou?
Now, who are you asking this to? Who are you asking?
If it's you, you're waiting for the close of the candle, I'm sure.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
If it doesn't close, I'm waiting for the close of the candle. I don't do anything in mid candle except watch. So this is not a loser. This is one that never produced a trade.
That's why you're the teacher and we're only the class. So.
Yeah. Well, I don't like to say teacher, but we're all sharing. You know what I mean? So I'm more maybe the organizer or something like that, because I learned a lot from you guys. Trust me.
I'm not understanding. Where did the line come from?
Oh, this line?
Yes.
Okay. Well, in this particular system, you see this moving average changes color when the trend changes?
Right.
Okay. So now the trend is green. All right. And what we're waiting for is a possibility of the trend to change. And that will happen when a candle closes below the green line. When we get a black candle that closes below the green line, the trend may change. So what we do is we mark the low of that candle. And that's what this blue line is. That's the low of this candle.
Okay.
And then I personally wait for a candle to close below that low. And then I may take a shot short. You got me?
Yeah, I misled you there, Lou, because you wouldn't have taken that trade anyway, because the whole moving average doesn't change color. So
correct.
So the one it would work on would be the one right at the top just before it does. That's where it really works.
Right here,
yeah.
So we were just discussing that it might be a good filter to say if this doesn't get a close below this line, it's 10 o'clock and here goes the phone. It's after 10. If we don't get a close below this line after 3 candles, abandon the trade, get rid of it.
Well, and while the whole moving average doesn't change color anyway, so
correct.
It's wiped out anyway.
So here's a correct trade here, where you see, Rich, that this black candle closes below the green moving average, and now we're waiting for a close below this level, which is the low of the black candle, but the hull has to be red at that time. So when this black candle closes, the hull is red, and it closed below this. Now we can take this entry right here. It didn't produce very much, 15 pips. Let's just say 10.
But in general, you go with the trend. You wouldn't.
Absolutely.
Those are counter trend trades. You wouldn't take those anyway. So.
Correct. Yeah. Well, generally we try to stay with the trend.
Yeah, but I would be trading this as pullbacks in the up direction.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we have a system, 1889, where we take advantage of that. Now, maybe I'll touch on that briefly on Tuesday to get you up to speed to that. Oh, you know what I could do? I can post the 2 videos to the 1889, and you can watch those over the weekend, Rich.
Okay.
But first, watch the 2 on price action, so you'll kind of understand how I look at price action. And the other thing on those videos, I'm working in a room similar to this, and people are typing questions, but you won't see that. Okay. So you'll hear me talking to people. I'm not, like on synthetic pot or anything. But there are actual people back there typing questions, and I'm trying to answer them. So you just kind of bear with that. Copy. And
Hello.
Why won't this let me paste? What's going on there?
Die Kampf geht weiter, ja. Normalerweise müsste er genau jetzt durchbrechen. Gut, dass du anrufst. Ja. Ja,
Were you
Troller
able to
geführt,
copy and paste, Phil?
Scheiße, ey. Ja, das war
Why
nicht
can't-
gut. Das nix.
Why can't I paste this link in here?
Wenn er durchbricht, dann, ja, dann haben wir ihn vielleicht nochmal.
Let me try this way.
Dann bin ich wieder bei
Copy.
50 Millionen, ja. Ja,
This
ist
thing
echt
won't let me paste.
ganz beschissen heute. Ah ja. Nervt.
You want to just send it to me in the
Yeah. Use your keys. Oh, okay, so let me go Control P. Nope,
Ich gehe hier mal raus, warte mal.
that's not working right either. Okay, I can type, but it
for
won't let
copy
me.
paste. It's Control C.
I just tried that, and it won't let me paste in the chat for some reason. Can draw. I don't want to draw.
Just
Copy
send
and
it over my way.
yeah. Oh, okay. I'll say yeah. Then you can drop it in the room. All right. Thanks for that, Phil. Okay. Copy. I'll put them in your chat, your Skype. Copy and that's weird. Every day it's something new.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay. Well, no, Phil is posting it for me. So take a look at those, Rich,
Okay.
and you'll see how we handle pullbacks. I'm just trying to think. There's a couple, we added a little bit as time went on because as you learn one section, then you add another section. This way I know everyone's kind of up to speed. You put them both in there, Phil?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just put.
Okay, good. All right, great. So I'm running a little bit late. So I'm going to say so long. This video will be updated before the end of the day. It takes a while to render and all that nonsense. And we'll bump heads again Tuesday. And we're here usually Tuesday to Friday, Rich.
Okay.
8:30 to 10. And once in a blue moon, we do a London session, but I haven't done one in a while. All right. So, gentlemen, ladies, I will say so long, and we'll keep in touch by Skype over the weekend, and I'll see you guys Tuesday.
Yeah, thanks very much, Lou. Have a good
Yeah,
weekend.
thanks, Lou.
Ja, fine weekend, ja.
Yep. Be well.
Schönes Wochenende.
Jo, auch so. Tschüss.